I like to go prospecting on my lunch breaks. I work in downtown Denver. I go to Cherry Creek, and I've done a lot of test bands, so I'll show you some areas that have worked for me and areas that have not. Cherry Creek has a lot of flood control features, a lot of dams in the stream, and there's a lot of slow moving water, and where you have the slow moving water you get these piles of light colored blonde sand. Run as fast as you can. There's very little gold in here. The most reliable place to look in Cherry Creek that I've found is cobbles. So you'll be in these cobbles, and when you put your shovel in there, it's difficult to dig. So it's very hard packed stuff. If it's too hard packed, there isn't enough material to work. So you kind of want something in between sand and in between, like, essentially tightly packed river rock. If you can move the rocks and dig under them, that seems to work pretty well. One thing I haven't done, I haven't dug deep in these cobbles, but I found in the top few inches you'll find some fine gold. There are a lot of flood control features. Some of them are useless, but here's an interesting one. This area is in the middle of a slow section of stream full of just piles of blonde sand, but there's essentially a crevice in between the first two layers in the wall. And this crevice here is packed full of cobbles and actually dark sand. It's hard to see, but the sand in there was actually gray, and I was able to get a small amount of material and a couple flakes of gold. So be on the lookout for cool flood features like this too. Here's some gold flakes I found on one of my days of prospecting under my microscope. Basically, the largest piece here is about 0.5 millimeter, or in terms of mesh size, it's about 50 mesh. So classification is going to make your life easier. I've got a 8 mesh, or 1/8 of an inch screen for the big stuff. 20 mesh is going to catch almost all of the gold that I've seen. It's not to say there isn't bigger gold down deeper or in places I just haven't found, but this is what I found.